Wrexham City Radio. Your station, your music. Today's better music mix for Wrexham. Looking now.
Wow. Wow. That's the way to do it, isn't it? There you are. Cassidy Janson, then. And You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Fantastic, that. And later on this week, on Saturday the 18th of April, that's this Saturday, the Olivier Award winning West End musical star Cassidy Janson will be bringing her spring UK tour entitled Cassidy Janson Sings Carole King to the Stiwt Theatre up there in Llanelli. I'm not sure if I'm even saying that right, so I'll just say the Stiwt Theatre in Wrexham. That's better, isn't it? There we are. Yesterday I had the absolute pleasure to catch a word with Cassidy Janson just a couple of hours after she touched down back in the UK after a tour of Japan. So she was a little bit jet lagged, but here she is on the Stage and Screen Show, the brilliant Cassidy Janson. I was just looking at your CV this morning, and you've had such an illustrious career compared to many. I mean, a lot of people must be quite envious of your career. It's rather difficult to pinpoint a highlight, but I'll start by asking you about the Olivier Award. I think that's a good place to start, right?
Well, I mean, if you insist, Dan.
How was that to receive an Olivier Award for something that you just love doing? Must be quite a strange thing, really.
Oh my God, it was the best. It was very emotional. I was crying a lot that day, and I was sort of joking. I was like, it does. He sits on my shelf actually, looking down at me. I'm looking up at him now, and it does say that I was good at something once, and other people thought so too. So I'm like, yeah. On a bad day, I'm like, no, other people did think I was good at something.
I know what you mean. You can, but the thing is, that year, of course, I think a lot of people will remember it because it was such a weird year, wasn't it? It was lockdown, and was there an element of disappointment in a way that you didn't have the big glamour night, or did you kind of?
There was, and I know some people go, well, you want it, and I'm like, look, I'm not. It's not about that. That's the amazing bit. It was about like I didn't get to share it with anyone I loved.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it. I couldn't take even my then boyfriend with me.
Yeah.
And it was really, you do sort of want to hold an Olivier and at least, have a hug with your best friend or your mum or whatever, and you couldn't do that. And that was, and it's totally good and fine to go, that was sad, but it's still wonderful.
I mean, in a way, you could look back on it and think, well, it was unique. It never happened before, and it'll probably, hopefully, fingers crossed, never happen again.
I do sort of say, it's a memorable year, and if anyone ever asks, when did you win? You win. You say, I won on the bad year. Yeah. You can go, I was sort of special.
Yeah. But everything was a bit like that at that time. I can remember, I thought back before about I'm a Celebrity. And it was done from a castle in Wales. I thought that must have been awful to get the call to do I'm a Celebrity and end up in a freezing cold castle in North Wales.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. But that's on at the moment. Is that something that you'd ever fancy doing? I'm a celeb.
No, I just don't think I could do it. The creepy crawlies, sleeping. I can't. I got a terrible body temperature thing. I get cold really easily. I'd be rubbish. I'd be moaning all the time that I was cold.
Yeah.
Oh, Cass is cold again.
Yeah. Well, my wife always used to say to me, she wanted me to get famous so I could do that, and then she could stay in that lovely hotel at the end. And I think that's basically why anybody would want to do I'm a Celebrity, just for the free holiday to Australia and that lovely hotel.
Do you know what I mean? And also Ant and Dec, they're so funny.
Yeah, they are good. I've got to ask you about Wicked. I mean, obviously it's been made into movies now. It's a massive hit. 2 movies indeed. But you were there right at the beginning, right? You were there in the original cast in London. Did you ever have a hunch that it would be as massive as it's become?
Well, it was huge on Broadway, and like the people in the know in the UK were very much just like chomping at the bit for it to come over to London. But it's actually really interesting talking about it now in hindsight. Like, we were not sure it was going to run because, it was a new show.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always full, which people can't believe. It wasn't always full in the first few months, because any show takes time for word of mouth. And we didn't have social media then either. So it may well have been a different thing, because obviously Hamilton came over and was an immediate hit, but we had social media then.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were worried. We were worried how long we'd last.
Yeah, I always think the songs in that show, it's not the sort of show you want to do 8 a week, because the songs are they're tough, aren't they, those songs?
They are, but the girls are doing 8 shows a week. It is brutal.
It is. It's absolutely incredible, that. Let me ask you about the leading ladies as well before I ask you about the tour. It was a trio, of course, with yourself and the brilliant Amber Riley and Beverly Knight, the legend. How did that come about, that?
Well, that was Bev's idea. So she went to a record label and thought, she said she'd worked with Prince, and Prince had said something along the lines of someone needs to do a supergroup one day. And she'd seen me play Carole King, and she'd seen Albert in Dreamgirls, and she went, I've got an idea. And she went to a record label, and they really liked it. So we ended up doing the album.
Yeah. And the album was incredible. Weirdly, I'll tell you this now, that I played probably every song from that album when I first did my radio show. It's called Songs from the Stage.
Yeah.
Did really well, nominated for the Album of the Year at the Classical Brits and all sorts, but you only ended up doing one. Can we look forward to anything else in the future, do you think?
Oh, who knows? Who knows? We're just busy ladies, though. It's tricky getting us all together in the same country, but I mean, who knows? It'd be wonderful to do another one.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things when you think it's almost criminal not to do more, am I right?
You know, it was such an amazing project. There were such amazing people attached to it, you know, behind and in front of the camera sort of thing. And I also like to work with Beverly Knight. I've been a fan of her since I was at school.
Yeah.
And my friends were all like, what's Bev like? And I'm like, she's amazing.
That must be quite strange, that. But you did the Royal Variety as well, and I mean, for me, you stole the show on that night. 2018 did the Queen number, Somebody to Love, and what's the Royal Variety like to do? Is it a good event to do? I always wonder.
Oh, it's an amazing event to do. Oh, we had a great time prepping for that. Yeah, because I remember there's a bit where all the celebrities have to queue to go and do the bows at the end of the show.
Oh yeah.
And I stood next to Joan Collins, and I was like, right, okay, this is happening.
Oh. It just because I mean, it sounds like a daft question, but it's one of those things where people might go, it's a bit of a pain in the neck, because whatever. Oh, fantastic! Well, anyway, you're about to embark on a UK tour with the Cassidy Janson Sings Carole King. Tell us about this one.
Well, it's been a long time coming, so it was booked before the and it's finally been rearranged, and we are doing 15 dates around the UK singing the music of Carole King, and I can't wait. I am chomping at the bit, and I get to sing I sing first stuff anyway, but I've added a few new ones because obviously it's a full tour. So this amazing woman who changed my life.
Yeah,
I get to sing her music, and I also get to sing the song she gifted me for my solo album, Cassidy. And that's called You Beat Me to Goodbye. So I get to sing that live finally as well.
Incredible. But of course, you were. Would you say a highlight of your career to be in Beautiful, the Carole King musical?
Probably the highlight. I can't. I mean, there was someone that says it's a bit like picking a favourite child, and it is true. There's so many shows I love doing, but I think that one in so many ways, because it really changed my career.
Yeah.
And I genuinely loved every show I did. Every show, I was like, I cannot wait to sing these songs. I loved playing her. She's such a warm person to play as well. So I got a lot out of that. It was an amazing 2 years.
And she sounds like an incredible lady. She came to see the show, of course, and there's a wonderful quote that, I mean, you couldn't have written that yourself, that quote, could you? That she gives about your performance.
No, I mean, because she whispered it in my ear. I mean, I was in complete shock.
Yeah.
And she whispers it in my ear, and it's actually on video, and you just see my face go into this state of disbelief. And I just start crying. And then she said it to the press, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Everything I have ever seen of Carole King, she seems such a lovely person, and it seems like an odd thing to say again, but in show business, there's not that many genuinely lovely people who you can imagine just going out for a cup of tea with, and she seems like one of them.
No, you're right. So yeah, she's one of the. She's just such a fascinating person because she was so hugely successful. Yet she really, intrinsically in her being, is a stay-at-home mom, and she likes, pootling around the house with her kids.
Yeah,
that's her personality. Yet she just happens to be this insanely good songwriter.
Yeah. Well, I was I did the Blood Brothers in London back in the 90s. And it was just after she'd taken over on Broadway, and they were going to bring her over to London, but they never did. So I always feel a bit I missed out there.
Oh gosh, so you nearly performed with Carole King.
Nearly performed with Carole King, yeah. She played Mrs. Johnson, didn't she? And I played one of the twins as well. So it would have been 100% playing next to Carole King. But
oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. And it's certainly non-stop for you at the moment. And we look forward to welcoming you to the Stiwt Theatre up here in North Wales on it's next Saturday on the 18th of April. Have you played there before?
No, never, and I'm really excited. I've never been to that neck of the woods, and I love going up north. People are so lovely, so I really can't. I can't wait. Can't wait to get on the road, be with my band, sing great music.
Yeah,
and it's been a long time coming, and I'm excited to get to Wrexham.
Brilliant. Well, Wrexham has had a resurgence in popularity over the last few years. You may have noticed.
Something to do with a certain Hollywood celebrity, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But the Stiwt Theatre, it's a beautiful old theatre. It was built. I mean, it's got a history. I'll let you read all about it because they will tell you all about it when you get there. They like
amazing.
it. They like talking. It was the money was raised by the miners, and it was one of those places that it was built for all the choirs up in North Wales and from that neck of the woods. And
they said the acoustics will be amazing then.
It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. But anyway, look forward to welcoming you up here. And Cassidy Janson, it's been a treat to speak to you. And even with your incredible jet lag, I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm just in this nice delirium now. It's wonderful.
Lovely. You take care of yourself, and we'll welcome you up to North Wales next week.
Thank you so much. Can't wait.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're blowing out the candles. My eyes burn.
So, Cassidy Janson then will be coming up to the Stiwt Theatre this Saturday, the 18th of April. Box office number for the Stiwt, 01978 841 300. That's 01978 841 300. Or go to the website, www.stiwt.com. Go on, support your local theatres, ladies and gentlemen. They won't be there forever if you don't.
Wrexham City Radio.